Oh yeah, well hello friends, Coach Bob with you today, and today, man, have I got a great idea for you, man. This is going to be liberating for you. So today I woke up, it's a Monday morning, today I woke up and I was like, you know, I've been saying that I want to be more spontaneous about my writing, and I want to be more spontaneous about life in general. You know, I am retired. You know, for those of you who are out there who are retired, you know, so many times we go, well, I have a doctor's appointment next week. I can't go anywhere. I've got this going on, and we plan our whole week around one hour or 2 hour event, and there we are. So today, you can see right here on the screen, I've been listening to a song by Missing Persons this morning called Destination Unknown. That's the theme of this trip, and of many trips to come, is just Destination Unknown. I have no idea where I am going, or how long it's going to take to get there, or how hard I want to ride, or how many miles I want to put in. And guess what? I don't care. It's, you know, so many times we say this, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. You know, we do say it, but do we mean it? Well, today, I mean it. There is no destination, and if there is, it is a destination unknown. It is truly about the journey today. If I see a spring that I just want to stop and look at, I'm going to stop and look at it. And if I see a restaurant that I want to stop and eat at, I'm just going to stop and eat at it. There is no plan. That is, my plan is that there is no plan. But before we get going in this intriguing endeavor, I want you to do me a favor. Give the video a big old fat thumbs up, because you know a regular thumbs up won't do. I want a big old fat one. Leave a comment on your comment, then start gabbing. Really helps the channel grow. So initially I was going, I may do this. I keep saying I'm going to do it. And I told Vic, I think I'm going to go northwest bound, you know, up towards middle Alabama. You know, I ride up there, not a lot, but I do ride up there. And normally when I go somewhere, I go east. But I never go this way. I never take this route. This is up through, now obviously I do go up to Monticello a lot, but beyond that, I'm always on the interstate or traveling more southeast. So I figure today what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab Highway 90 here until I get tired of riding on it, and we'll see what we see. I know some of the cities, and I do know the lay of the land because I live here. So the further I get away, the less familiar it will get. You know, I am having thoughts of where I may want to end up, and that is allowed, by the way. You just can't know where you're going when you leave. But if you get halfway through your day and you go, man, you know where I think I'm going to go? I'm going to go to Gibraltar, or wherever that would be. I don't know, but you just pick a place and you can go there. You can bring it up on your map even. But I'm going to do my best not to use a map. I'm going to go by, I know enough about little towns and areas that, you know, if I see the name of a town, I'll have a general idea where it is. And certainly the cardinal direction I can bring up on my phone if I need to. Because it is quite possible I'll get turned around. Never know. End up back home before I get going. End up having lunch at my house because I get turned around. You know, I rarely use this section of road. I don't come out this way. I've been out here obviously before. Just hit the cruise. I'm just going to relax. I'm just going to chill. But it's a nice morning this morning. It is 85 degrees. It feels cool to me. Where I'm from, this is cool. You know, when I was a younger man, I couldn't have fathomed the idea. I had to have a destination. I had to have an agenda, and it had, you know, I had to have everything listed out. This is how I'm going to do it. This is what I'm going to do and where I'm going to go. And I have a deadline. You know, I have to be in this town by this many miles at this day, and you know, I want to be more spontaneous in my life. So I have something going on Wednesday night, and you know, and then I'm supposed to rehearse some tomorrow night. I'm playing a gig with my acoustic guitar, something I haven't done probably 9 months. And a buddy of mine wanted to rehearse, and I'm like, well, I plan on leaving town, so I'm going to be back late tomorrow evening, and we'll rehearse tomorrow night, or I'll give him a call. He's retired as well. We can rehearse Wednesday day if I wanted to, so I could end up being out on the road tomorrow night if I so choose. We'll just see how I feel. See if I've had enough. That's the thing. 2 days is enough. 5 days is enough. 10 days is enough. It doesn't matter. If you've got a deadline, you know, you have to be back. Like I definitely have to be back by Wednesday. But apart from that, the world is mine. I'm just going to do what I want to do. Coach Vic is all in favor of it. She's like, go ride, go enjoy. I'm like, do you want to go? And she goes, I think I'll stay here and hang out with the grandbaby. I think Coach Bob has been dethroned by the grandbaby. Or any of you other old guys in my shoes, have you been dethroned by your grandchild? Well, that's okay. It's a worthy dethroning, I'll tell you. Doesn't bother me in the least. All right, well, the next time you see me, I'll be somewhere, and I'll let you know when I get there where I am. But grab you a cup of coffee and enjoy your beautiful morning. All right, well, we are in Greenville, Florida. Greenville, Florida, for those who don't know, let me turn this music down before they put me in YouTube jail. But Greenville, Florida is the birthplace of the legendary Ray Charles. It's just a little bitty spot in the road. Coach Vic and I come over here every now and then. We'll get a hamburger and then do a little walkabout. But you can see the park here. It's just beautiful. There's a monument out here. I'll turn over here. But there's the monument right over here. Turn in here. There's a little hamburger place. Used to be right here, like called Charlie's or something, that we used to eat at. It's really good. Looks like, oh yeah, there it is, Charlie's Kitchen. You buy, we fry. So they'll even cook your food for you. Or you can just go in there and get your stuff. We'll just walk right on up to it. I'll show you the thing. You might enjoy seeing it. Isn't this nice? I mean, I know it's old, and it would be nice if they had more infrastructure over here that could support better maintaining of the park. You know, like the dock is all falling apart. This one is. They've got a newer one over there, but I really like having this one here because you're right here near the monument, the little monument for Ray Charles. Isn't that nice? That is really, really cool. Isn't that beautiful? You know, old Ray Charles, man, he was an amazing guy. Just an amazing musician, amazing human being. It's funny, you know, I lived in Valdosta, Georgia as a boy, and I remember running sound, helping run sound, not really running sound, but helping run sound for Ray Charles when he played in Valdosta. The concert started late because he would only be paid in cash. No checks allowed. He was like, nope, I've been gypped too many times. So he started late, and in fact, it was funny. A friend of mine drove the manager of the CNS, the local CNS bank, Citizens and Southern, drove down to the CNS bank and opened the bank to get the money. Is that crazy? You gotta love that kind of stuff. Well, that was well worth the stop right there. That's cool. But yeah, they had to open the bank so that he could get paid. But he was funny, you know, because when we started the show, he started his first song and he told the sound guy, hey, there's too much bass in my voice. You need to pull some of the bottom end out. My voice is not that boomy. He was a very particular old guy. He knew what he wanted, and he had set the rules up ahead of time. And when he got there, he expected everyone to abide by it. They had all said they would, and he had final say over everything. And it was really, really good to see a guy. He was a consummate professional. And then the next day, my dad worked at the airport in Valdosta after he retired, and you know, he was an air traffic controller for a private contractor after he retired from the FAA. And he was out there, and was having a conversation with Ray. Ray was sitting on a bench out in front of the airport waiting for his airplane, just sitting there by himself, just waiting. Nice guy, just as calm, quiet, shy, not a real boisterous or pushy or arrogant. Very, very cool. Words to live by, behavior to model. There you go. Let's keep riding. Well, welcome to beautiful Madison, Florida. Now, Madison, I haven't been here in a long, long time. You know, when I was young, and when I say young, I mean like 19, 20. You know, I used to have long hair and be in bands, but you know, my father, he was quite stern and strict, right? He was one of those guys. His hair was high and tight. He was super conservative and really straight-laced. And me, I was a musician. I was an idiot. But my dad would come over here and play golf, and so I played golf with him some as a boy, and I'm not a good golfer by any stretch of the imagination, but it was fun. You know, we would come over here and play. And so a buddy of mine named Thornell, I won't say his first name, we'll just go with Thornell. Anyway, me and Thornell came over here, and we decided we were going to play a round of golf. So there's these two long-haired freak musicians. We rent a golf cart, and we are just behaving like total knuckleheads. I'm going to clean it up. We're total idiots, man. We were spinning donuts out in the fairway and running through mud holes in the golf cart. I mean, we got kicked off the golf course. That's how bad it was. You know, people were, hey, there's these two hippies out there. These two hippies, and they're messed up. They're idiots. They're making a mess of things. You got to get rid of them. So they kicked us out. They gave us our money back, which I was surprised. I didn't think we really deserved our money back. But man, we were just total idiots. So there's an embarrassing moment shared from the Coach Bob channel just for you from 43 years ago. Man, I guess my, what do they call it? The hippocampus. My hippocampus was not fully developed. I was behaving like a buffoon. I was hippocampus. What a beautiful ride, man. Trees and rivers and clear areas, man, just beautiful. I've seen so much farmland, and that double track down there, man, it makes me want to get on some dirt. I'll tell you that. Gonna have to figure out where all that goes, if that's private land, federal land, or a lot of these just look like forest roads. So it's beautiful riding over here. It's not very far to me. I mean, you know, an hour or two to get over here. You know, trailer the bikes over, park at the state park, and ride. Be nice. I've seen so much natural beauty already. I'm going northeastbound. I know that. I don't know exactly where, but I know I'm going northeast. It said east, and it kind of made a jut out to the left. The wildflowers. Well, I call them wildflowers. My dad called them weeds. They're beautiful nonetheless, whatever you call them. I just got pummeled by a irrigation system of a farmer. It looked like he was trying to hit the other side of the road, and I guess he was, but he was also hitting anybody in the road. Oh my goodness, it was like it was downpouring over there. Felt pretty good though, because I'm up in the 90s now. So if you were to ask me where I am, I think I am between Jennings, Florida. Oh look, there's a puppy dog. You better get out of the road, puppy dog. Somebody will run over you. I don't know this part of the state very well. I'm in Georgia, I know that. I crossed over a little while ago. If I'm where I think I am, I've just about made my mind up as to where I am going to go for lunch. It'll be maybe a late lunch, maybe 1, 2 o'clock. Because I'm going to be going through some towns. If I'm where I think I am, I'm going to be going through some towns I hadn't been through in decades. Close this up. In fact, the town that I'm going into, I may not have been back to that town since I was like in the 6th grade. If I did, it was simply a drive-through. It was never a stop-through, but I don't even think I've driven through it if I can recall. But I'll let the cat out of the bag once I get somewhere where I know. Get to a crossroad, I might know where I am. All right, that's the update. All right, I was a little turned around, which was okay though, because I know where I am now. It's funny how you just pop out on a road and you go, I've been here. Well, I have not been here in a long freaking time, I'll tell you that. It's been decades, I know that. So, a long time ago, we used to live in a little town called Folkston, Georgia. We lived there 21 months, that's all. My dad was working in Jacksonville International Airport, and we moved to Folkston because he wanted to stay out of the big city. And my mom didn't like it, and so we ended up moving back to Valdosta. My dad commuted for 7 years, like 120 miles one way. It's crazy, but he did it to make my mom happy, and my mom was like, well, I'm willing to stay in Folkston. He goes, no, if you're not happy here, I got no problem, we'll figure it out. And that's how my dad was. Like I said, he's a very pragmatic individual. He would make sacrifices and just be that guy. One of the towns that we used to go through is a little town called Statenville. Well, when I saw the sign for Statenville, I'm like, oh, I know where I am. I haven't been this way in forever, though. I mean, like, we were kids, and my mom would drive us when we were looking for a house over here. They were building a house. And I think if I have an opportunity, I'd even know where I'm going to stay tonight. And if it works, I got a great story for that. So we're going to hit some of these little Georgia towns and figure out where we are. Here's the Lappaha River, I know that. Yes, sir, look at that. You talk about gators, we're getting near to OKEEFENOKEE. You get over to Fargo, I know that's back in this area. I don't know exactly how far Fargo is. It's on the other side of Statenville. Then I think there's a little town called Moniac. I think it's Moniac. This is Statenville. This is it right here. A little store. There used to be a restaurant right up here on the corner. Doesn't look like there is. This red light was not here, that's for sure. There used to be like a little restaurant like right up here by the post office. And there's the courthouse. That, boy, if that is, it doesn't say 50s and 60s, I don't know what does, huh? Wow. Huh, they have a Dollar General. Go figure. All right, well, the next town we're going to go through is, I think, Fargo. I remember this road's desolate and hot. That's all I remember was a boy. It just looked hot and desolate. And I have a feeling once I get out on it, that's exactly what it's still going to look like. Nothing but log trucks, snakes. There was a big old turtle. Big turtle. Look at a cow in the front yard. In the front yard. Just hanging out grazing. All right, well, I am on the Statenville/Fargo Road. I will say this. You don't want to break down out here. There ain't nothing out here. You don't even see cars. There's nothing. I've seen probably half a dozen turtles walking over here in like the little emergency lane. And I've seen a ton of snakes crossing the road. Yeah, this ain't the place you want to be when you break down. And one snake kind of scared me. I'll tell you about that later. But anyway, boy, it's hot. What you do is you see when you're looking up here, you'll see, well, the camera probably doesn't show it, but you know how you have the plumes of heat as they kind of come up off the road, they create that shimmer. Looks like an oil slick in the road almost. I see it constantly. I see it in front of me all the time. It's nuts. And it's just unbelievable. I don't know exactly what causes that. I'm not a scientist. I just know that it's there, and I remember it as a boy going, man, that just looks hot. So yeah, this hadn't changed. I remember this from being in the 5th and 6th grade, it being like this. Man, there ain't diddly squat out stupid out here. Look at this. Look at this Jeep. That dude is stuck. He thought he was going to have an easy pass. I'll get out there in that ditch and I'll play a little bit. Oh no, buddy. You're lucky. You're lucky it's only that. Wow. Somebody gave him a ride, I hope. Hope the Gators didn't eat him. Because we are now officially in the OKEEFENOKee Wildlife Refuge, the land of the trembling earth. Yes, sir. I am in Fargo, Georgia. I passed like one car in 30 miles. It was crazy. I mean, there was nothing out there but snakes, gators, and turtles in that one stuck Jeep. Crazy. Yeah, that was, and then I was like, man, where's my next gas stop going to be? You know, I knew Fargo was up here, but I didn't know Fargo was going to be large enough to have a gas station, you know, but they have this little place here, and it's connected to the post office. But gas here, man, gracious me, for premium, $3.69. I hadn't paid that low of a price for gas. I couldn't tell you when. $3.69. You know, the regular is comparable to what we have back in Tallahassee, but their premium's definitely cheaper. We're probably paying close to $4 a gallon for premium there. Well, let's get this thing on the road, see what we got. I think I go that way. I'll find out here in a minute. Hopefully you see a sign. Yep, St. George, that's what I'm looking for. And then I know we go to St. George, I think we make a left. Man, this is memories from when I was a kid. Wow, look at that. Place to put your boat in. It's the Swanee River right there, y'all. All right. Well, let's put some more miles in. It's getting hot. You get lost out here, buddy. St. George straight ahead. Okay. Here we go. Look at that road. It said dead end, 17 miles. Yeah. If you're running on fumes and you turn down there looking for a gas station, thinking you're going to run into something, you are dead wrong. You'll run into a dead end and turn around and have to come back and end up walking. Look at this long hallway of trees. I think I see a log truck way up the road. I guess we'll see. I have not passed a single car since I left Fargo. It looks like, oh yeah, it is. It is. It's up there. I see it. It is hot. I'm going to tell you, I'm not complaining. Just letting you know. There ain't no shade on this road this time of day. I'll tell you that. There may never be shade on this road. I don't know. Oh, look, it's a car. That's an endangered species out here, y'all. There it went. That was our company for today. It's beautiful, it's desolate, and it is unforgiving. But mainly, it's beautiful. All right, we are in St. George. It's exactly like I remember it. You know, I don't think this is not one of those places you just go, oh, you know what, I think I want to live in St. George. Now, they are in Charlton County, which, you know, Folkston is Charlton County. I'm 23 miles out of Folkston. That's where I'm going to be doing lunch. It's been a beautiful ride. It is freaking blister blazing, though. It's going to feel good to get some AC, eat some fried chicken, and have some sweet tea. Talk about wildlife, man. There's tons of it out here. I mean, tons of it. And you see it. They ain't afraid of you. We are in Folkston. I pulled over here just for a minute. There's the newspaper right there. The Charlton County Herald, established 1898. This is Main Street. This is pretty much what I remember. I mean, there wasn't much here then, and there isn't much here now. But it's cool. It's historic. It's clean. Love it. Love it. There's the post office. We had a post office box when I was a boy. My mom, I forgot all about that. That is crazy. You know, there's a place up here that one of my old classmates owns, and I remember her, and you know, I'm going to stop in. I don't know that she'll be there. You know, a lot of times the store owners, they have people running the store for them. But anyway, I'm going to stop in. I'm going to see. Oh, we'll just pull in right here and we'll look. Enjoy a hand-dipped Bluebell ice cream. You know what? I might do that. Tuesday, okay, they're just, it's a store, looks like, on certain days, and a diner on others. So let me just kind of walk around. We'll see what's going on. Anyway, Whistling Dixie, custom framing, unique gifts cafe. There you go. Let's check it out.
It looks like Max Headroom.
But this is Dixie. I bought her an ID bracelet when we were in the 6th grade. I'm her favorite boyfriend ever.
Oh yes, he had beautiful, beautiful blonde hair. I will not ever forget it.
Yes, golden locks. This, I'm gonna point it at him. This is the sheriff.
Hey Bobby, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Good.
And this is Robert Phillips, and I'm telling you, this guy right here, he was a football coach. My football coach.
When you were 12 years old, that's a long time ago.
That's crazy. What are the chances of me coming in here and you being here?
That's right.
That's awesome.
What was the name of the team?
We were the Jets.
The Jets.
Oh, the Jets.
Green jerseys.
Green with yellow letters.
Yes.
Oh, good.
You know, I've still got team pictures.
I told somebody sent me one.
Oh my gosh.
And I know I got the
remember all
original
this,
stuck
too.
away somewhere because, and in that picture I look like I'm probably about 190 pounds. I almost double that.
That's that peach cobbler.
They told me we were going to come on hard times, and I wanted to last while you skinny.
That's right.
There.
Well, I'm gonna take some pictures of your place here. All right, well, you guys know me, and y'all know I'm a very social person, and I want to say that I've been to a lot of places in my life, and you know, I know I lived here for about 21 months. The folks that I have just shared time with, I have never felt, let me put this in here, I've never felt more welcomed in my life. This was an absolutely beautiful experience. I had peach ice cream, which was great. Had a nice cold Coke. And got to chat with the sheriff that was my football coach. No, I need to run, buddy, but thank you. All right, buddy. I'll see you. I promise you, I'll be coming back. All right, buddy. Okay, buddy, thanks. I've never felt more welcomed in my life. Dixie was just the absolute most beautiful, wonderful hostess I could have ever thought possible. Her husband retired a few years ago, and he's doing well, and she's got a beautiful daughter, Millie, that works in there, and the young man, Anthony, I met, just wonderful. Just what a... If you're ever in this area, I'm going to tell you right now, it's worth getting off the highway and driving 40 minutes to come in here and have some peach ice cream. That was awesome. It was awesome. But what's so funny is I'm sitting down and Dixie, this guy comes in and she goes, "Hey, Sheriff," and he goes, "Hey," she goes, "Do you remember Bobby?" And I'm like, he's like, "You don't remember me?" I'm like, "No, sir." He goes, "I coached you on the Jets football team." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" He coached me. He was 19. I was 12. Isn't that cool? What are the chances of that? If I sound excited, it's because I am. To see people that you haven't seen in a lifetime and to immediately connect, it's just wonderful. It's just wonderful. All right, this house up here on the left, the neighborhood don't look like much now, but boy, it was beautiful back in the day. This was a dirt road, sand road, and where all these motorcycles and trucks are right there. My parents had that house built right there. Wow, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Come out here, I'd ride down to my buddy's house. We'd ride bicycles. That's nuts. Good friend of mine lived back in that trailer park. His dad was a principal. Wow. That's where my friend lived, right there. Well, today has come to an end. I am getting ready to go to my hotel. I've been on the phone, honestly, for the last 30-40 minutes with a good friend of mine who just wanted to call me and encourage me. You know, every now and then I'll take that call while I'm on the Spyder if the person's patient, because I know sometimes hearing me is a little difficult. But today's been a great ride. I'm going to get to the hotel, take me a good shower, get to feeling good, get all cleaned up. And I want you, until next time, to do me a favor. Go out, buy the motorcycle of your dreams, eat right, take care of yourself. Remember, if you're not having fun, you are most definitely doing it wrong. Now you go seize the day, and I'll see you on the road or the trail real soon. Now you go seize the day, baby.